Hello everyone. Now we are discussing chapter 5, continuity and differentiability. In the last session we discussed about continuity and we solved 5 examples on that. Now we will start this session with example number 6, that is, prove that the identity function on real numbers given by f of x is equal to x is continuous at every real numbers. Identity function is a function f from R to R is defined as f of x is equal to x for all x belongs to real numbers. What is the meaning of f of x is equal to x? If you substitute any real number in this function, you will get the same number. For example, f of 1 is 1, f of 2 is 2, f of 3.1 is 3.1, f of minus 5.1 is minus 5.1, f of 10,000 is 10,000. If you substitute any real number, we will get the same number. The function is defined like this. First of all, what we have to do? Whether the function is defined for all the real numbers or not, that we have to check. Yes, it is defined for all the real numbers. Therefore, we will write that the function is defined at all real numbers. Then we will take one number in the set of real numbers. Let C be any point in the real number system. Now we will find the functional value at x is equal to c. At x is equal to c, what is the functional value? If you substitute in place of x as a c, what will get? We will get a c only. Substitute any value, we will get the same number. If you substitute c, you will get c only. So the functional value at x is equal to c is c. Then we will find the limit of f of x as x tends to c. As x approaches to c, what is the functional value? For any value of x, the functional value is x itself by the definition. Therefore, in place of f of x, what we have to substitute? In x we have to substitute as x tends to c. As x tends to c, this x also tends to c. Therefore, limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to c. Therefore, we conclude that limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to f of c. Both are having same value. This value is also c and this value is also c. Limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to f of c. Therefore, by definition of the continuity at a given point, we conclude that the given function is continuous at x is equal to c. C is any real number here. Therefore, the identity function f of x equal to x is continuous at every real number. Therefore, the given function is continuous at x is equal to c. C is a real number here. Therefore, the function is continuous at every real number. Hence, the identity function is continuous at every real number. Now we have second definition of continuity. In the first definition, we discussed the continuity of a given function at a given point. Now we have definition 2, that is, a real function f is said to be continuous if it is continuous at every point in the domain of f. That is, the whole function is said to be continuous. When we say that the function is continuous, if it is continuous at every point in the domain of f. Suppose f is a function defined on a closed interval ab, then for f to be continuous, it needs to be continuous at every point in a closed interval ab, including the end points a and b. It means if you say that the function is continuous in the closed interval AB, it means for each and every point in between A and B, the function is continuous. That is for this, for all these points from A to B, the function needs to be continuous. Then only we have to say the function is continuous. Then how to find the continuity of the function at these endpoints? The continuity of the function at A, it means limit of f of x as x tends to A plus is equal to f of A. What is the meaning of this? For A point, there is no left values because the interval starts from A only and it is closed interval. Nothing but the points are starts from A only. There is no left side values for A. To find left hand limit for A point, so we have to find only right hand limit and functional value at that point. That is limit of f of x as x tends to A plus, nothing but right hand limit of the function as x tends to A is equal to functional value at this point. Similarly, how to find the continuity of the function at B? For B, there is no right side values because B is the last number in this interval. Therefore, we need to find left hand limit at this point and functional value at this point. That is limit of f of x as x tends to B minus left hand limit we have to find and functional value at that point. If these two are equal, then we say that the function is continuous at x is equal to B. Similarly, the function is continuous at x is equal to A. And in between, for all these points, there is a left hand limit and right hand limit and functional value. For all these points, the function is continuous. Then we say that the given function is continuous function. And if we have a function like this, f from singleton set A to R, the domain of this function is singleton set A. How to find whether this function is continuous or not? Whether we have to find left hand limit and right hand limit at this point? The function is said to be continuous if it is continuous at all the points of domain, but here only one point we have, that is A. There is no values for the left side and there is no values in the right side. Therefore, we can't find LHL and RHL for this point A. Then if this is a condition, then we have to conclude that the function is continuous function. If the domain of the given function is singleton set, then the function is always continuous. That is, if the domain of f is a singleton set, then f is continuous function. Next example, example number 7. Is the function defined by f of x is equal to modulus function a continuous function? In the previous session, we discussed about this function at a given point, that is at x is equal to 0. But now we have to check whether the function is continuous at each and every point of its domain or not. Okay? Then first we have to define the function. What is the definition of modulus function? F of x is equal to modulus of x is equal to its value is x if x is greater than or equal to 0 and its value is minus x if x is less than 0. This is a definition of modulus function. Now for each and every point, whether this function is continuous or not, that we have to find. That is, for less than 0, whether it is continuous or not, for greater than 0, whether it is continuous or not, and x is equal to 0, it is continuous or not. That we have to check. So first what we have to find? Whether this function is defined for all the real numbers or not. Yes, it is defined for all the real numbers. The function is defined for all the real numbers. Next we will take one point in real number system. Let C be any real number. For C, we have to check whether the function is continuous or not. Now we have a three condition. C may be less than 0, C may be equal to 0 and C may be greater than 0. It means we have a 3 cases where we have to find the function is continuous or not. First we will discuss about case 1. Case 1 for C less than 0. For C less than 0, what is the value of the function? Any value less than 0. Any value less than 0, the value of the function is minus x. For C less than 0, f of x is minus x. So we have to substitute f of C is what? Minus c. Next we have to find limit of the function as x tends to c. What is the value of the function as x tends to c? Limit of, what is the f of x value as x tends to c? F of x value is minus x as x tends to c. This becomes, if you substitute x as a c, then we will get a minus c. If you see these values, f of c and the limit of f of x as x tends to c, both are same. Both are having same value, that is minus c. Therefore, we conclude that limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to f of c. Therefore, by definition of continuity, we conclude that the given function is continuous for all c less than 0. Therefore, the given function is continuous for all c less than 0. Next we have to discuss case 2, that is for c greater than 0. Here the c is any real number greater than 0. For that, for any real number greater than 0, the functional value is x. Therefore, f of x value is what? X for c greater than 0. So, if I substitute in place of x as a c, then we will get f of c as a c. This is a functional value at c. Then we have to find limit of f of x as x tends to c. C is a greater than 0 here. Then we will find limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to limit of, what is the f of x value for c greater than 0? F of x value is x as x tends to c. As x tends to c, this x also tends to c. Therefore, by these values, f of c is also c and limit of f of x as x tends to c is also c. Therefore, both these values are equal. Limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to f of c. Therefore, we conclude that the given function is continuous for all c greater than 0. In the next case, case 3, we have for c is equal to 0. For c is equal to 0, now in the case 1 and case 2, we discussed for c less than 0 and for c greater than 0. And for c is equal to 0, whether the function is continuous or not, that we have to check now. For c is equal to 0, how the function behaves in the left hand side and in the right hand side of c, that is, for c greater than 0, or we can say for x greater than 0, the function value is x, and for x less than 0, the functional value is minus x. That is, for left side of a 0, the function is different, and for right side of the 0, the function is different. So, we have to find left hand limit and right hand limit at c is equal to 0. That is, for c is equal to 0, we have to check left hand limit and right hand limit. First we will find left hand limit. Left hand limit is equal to limit of f of x as x tends to c minus. C minus means less than c. Nothing but less than 0. C value is what here? We will substitute c as a 0. LHL is equal to limit of f of x as x tends to 0 minus is equal to limit of, what is the f of x value for less than 0? For less than 0, the functional value is minus x. Therefore, x tends to 0, f of x value is minus x. So, as x tends to 0, what about minus x tends to? Minus x tends to minus 0, nothing but 0 only. Therefore, left hand limit of this function as x tends to 0 becomes 0. What about RHL? Limit of f of x as x tends to 0 plus is equal to limit of, what is the meaning of this? For greater than 0. For greater than 0, f of x value is plus x as x tends to 0. Now we have to substitute in place of x as 0. That is, x tends to 0, then this x also tends to 0. Therefore, left hand limit and right hand limit of this function, they are equal. Left hand limit is equal to right hand limit at x is equal to 0. Therefore, limit exists. Limit exists at x is equal to 0. What about functional value at x is equal to 0? For x is equal to 0, what is the value of f of x? Equal to 0, the functional value is x. And functional value is what? F of 0 is 0 only, because at x is equal to 0, the functional values is x itself. If you substitute in place of x as a 0, f of 0, you will get 0 only. Both LHL, RHL and f of 0 all are equal. Therefore, we can say LHL is equal to RHL is equal to f of 0. So, by the definition of continuity at a given point, we conclude that the given function, that is modulus function f of x is equal to mod x, is continuous at x is equal to 0. Therefore, from these three cases, in the case 1 we proved that the function is continuous for less than 0. And also we proved that in the case 2, the function is continuous for greater than 0. And in the case 3, we proved that f of x is continuous at x is equal to 0. Therefore, for all real numbers, the given function is continuous. Hence, the modulus function is continuous for all real numbers, less than 0, greater than 0 and equal to 0. Therefore, the modulus function is continuous function. In this session, we solved some examples and we saw one more definition of a continuity, and also we solved one examples on that. In the next session, we will solve some more problems on continuity. Till then, thank you.